The gruesome stabbing on a Charlotte light rail is igniting conversations about the pretrial release for people convicted of violent crimes. North Carolina Congressman Tim Moore says enough is enough. Capitol reporter Dina Harley spoke with Congressman Moore about that today.
Yeah, this is the letter here that Congressman Moore signed off on, and several other Republican lawmakers up on Capitol Hill also signing on to that letter demanding the removal of Magistrate Judge Teresa Stokes. But this is not the only change that Congressman Moore is calling for.
What happened to Irina Zarutska is Exhibit A, if you will, of a justice system that is failing so many Americans. And
North Carolina Congressman Tim Moore wants major change after a brutal random stabbing attack on a Charlotte light rail. Video shows the moment Irina Zarutska was stabbed by who police identified as DeCarlos Brown. Brown has a long history of charges and convictions in North Carolina, but was released on an unsecured bond on a recent charge. Congressman Moore wants the magistrate judge responsible, Teresa Stokes, removed.
This was a failure. This was as clear a textbook failure as ever, and people who did this have to be held accountable.
He's also backing legislation that would remove federal funding for states who adopt cashless bail policies and don't detain violent offenders like Brown while they wait for trial.
And this legislation is something that we've been talking about because we're seeing this around cities throughout the country where these woke liberal policies of allowing these criminals back on the street that shouldn't be on the street, that should be being held awaiting trial, are getting out there, are being released over and over again.
Moore says he's talking with law enforcement and leaders in Charlotte, too, asking what needs to change.
My worry is if we don't do something that has some teeth in it, there'll be this outrage for a few months and then it goes away.
And I also asked Congressman Moore earlier today if he has any concerns about this cash bail idea, coupled with some staffing vacancies that we've been seeing across the Department of Adult Corrections and overcrowding in jails and prisons here in the state. He acknowledged that that is an issue that the state needs to deal with. But at the end of the day, he says violent offenders still need to be detained while they're waiting for trial. Live in Raleigh, Dina Harley, Queen City News.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News on your smart TV's app store.